Yebo, yebo, yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. Yeah man, welcome to the African Connection Show. And we're gonna be streaming live from the Culture Hub studios every Wednesday from 11 to 12 midday East African time on Facebook, on YouTube. We're gonna be live, streaming live. Make sure to check it out. Don't forget, every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 midday East African time, we're gonna be bringing you culture, music. If you have a book or if you have any invention that you want us to or you want to share with the audience, don't forget, send us a message right there on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook, on our Instagram. We are right there. You can look for us or you can Google. And do not forget, I'm gonna be your host, Mr. Juice Jabali Africa. Yeah? When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. We out. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo.
Yebo.
When I say this is Africa, you say what?
Yebo.
Yebo, Mr. Victor Muniafu.
Yes.
You know, this is the African Connection. Welcome to the African Connection Show.
Thank you.
You know, today we have a guest, anaitwa. His name is Mr. Victor Muniafu, former CEO of Machawood. I've known this man for a very long time. You know, and today he's here to tell us about the state, what he's been up to. You know, because I remember the last time I saw him was when Machawood was very productive. You know, he came up with this idea together with the former governor of Machakos County. And we worked together for a minute. And today, tuko na yeye hapa. We are here with him. We want to know what he's been up to. Mr. Victor Muniafu. Wacha nitoe miwani ndio nione macho yangu. Hey.
Thank you,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Yo, what have you been up to, man?
I've been up and about for the last 1 year.
Yeah.
We unceremoniously were thrown out of the county. With the new leadership, you know, they come with different ideas, different priorities.
What did you say? You got thrown out.
We were thrown out.
How do you throw an idea out?
You know, it's all a political system. So
Okay.
new leadership, new vision, and new priorities. So we had to give way to the new leadership. The people from Machawood had been transferred to different departments. So we just ended up outside the county. So it's been a very rough 1 year just trying to find myself, setting up proper systems and structures in different places and doing different things, at least to monetize the content that I'm creating. So it's not been that easy, but at least right now we are stabilizing, we are settling in, and it's just the time that we are seeing again, things are beginning to happen again in Machakos.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Wow. But how do you throw an idea out? Because I know the purpose of a new system, because talents never change.
Yes.
The nurturing of talents is a continuous process.
Yes.
The moment is like building a house and demolishing it again and to start over instead of improving on what is there. Unanielewa?
Nakuelewa?
Yeah, because setting up new structures is not easy either.
It's not easy at all.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, and I wish most of the politicians had that kind of vision.
Yeah.
Because when you look across, it's not only Machakos, all the counties.
Yeah.
Every new leader comes in, they first of all throw out the ones that were there before. And you find like Machawood, even over the years, you remember, it was riddled with a lot of politics around it, you know, just because the previous governor came up with the idea. And I used to come up with the programs and execute them.
Yeah.
And when the county could not afford money, I would reach out to people, friends like you. Remember, you supported us quite a bit.
Yes, I was
while you were there.
Yeah.
You know, it was not a good thing to see the private sector supporting government, but we have to reach out to friends so that we can make sure that these programs are successful.
Yes.
But on the negative side is when you are able to implement or execute 15 or to 20% of your programs annually with zero budget.
Yeah.
Again, you're questioned
Yes.
by the politicians. They think you're making money.
At the zero budget.
Yes. Wanaona kuna pesa unaiba pale.
How are you going to harvest where you never tilled?
Yes, and yet you're only just using your own goodwill to get things running.
Yeah.
But when people came in there and all that happened, then suddenly there was a lull within activities there. Wasanii wenyewe wakaanza kulilia the governor.
Yeah.
That since Machawood is no longer there, they are jobless. Because unakumbuka tulitrain wasanii wengi sana. We brought training.
There was a lot of wasanis.
Camera work, stills camera. They've set up studios. Young people doing music.
Yeah.
We had dancers. We had acrobats. We had all sorts of talented people who now eventually started monetizing their art through Machawood, and we would come up with a lot of activities at the park.
Yeah.
We would invite foreign artists to perform. And our guys would cut and raise. Yeah. And they would also earn their little money. So when they went to the governor, complained about Machawood, at first she didn't understand. But at least now, almost a year later, he listened to them and he agreed to bring Machawood back. Mm-hmm. And I think from what I hear in the grapevine, they are back bigger and stronger.
Oh, right now?
And better funded.
Oh, right now?
Yes. So you better link up with them and do.
But why can't you guys were the mastermind of all this, because I saw you running around.
Yes.
I witnessed all this stuff. I witnessed Machawood becoming what it became. Yes. You even have the setup, even the way Machakos is set up. Yes. It's just like Hollywood.
It's like Hollywood.
I'm not saying that because I've been to Hollywood several times,
That is
I've been to Hollywood. I've seen the way the setup is.
Yes.
Machakos County has the most land that you can do stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, build sets, and this Machakos can be. In fact, Machakos is the old Nairobi.
It's the old Nairobi.
It's the original Nairobi.
That is the original Nairobi.
It's the original Nairobi.
It's the first city in this country.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I still believe it can still be a beehive of activity.
Yes.
So if they're back, I would be what I would tell them is to bring you guys back.
No, we can come back, but you see now after.
You need to nurture these people. I've seen you in films.
Yes.
I've seen you in advertisements.
Yes.
I've seen you everywhere, Mr. Victor.
Yes.
I've seen you're playing rugby.
Yes.
So you've been all over the place.
I've been all over. I'm an all-rounder.
Because I think the knowledge that you have, that knowledge that you have is what the young folks need.
Yeah, we know at some point I told you we were fought a lot. Even the young men at some point thought that I was a hindrance to them and their activities. Yeah. But now is when they are realizing that I was using my networks to get things done. Yeah. And I'm glad that a lot of them reach out to me up to now. I still run the creatives group on WhatsApp. I share with them a lot of opportunities. They apply for funding, and they're also doing different projects. Machawood was at the core of my heart. It's still there. Yeah. Most of the programs I created them, conceptualized them, and executed them till the end. So I went through the process, and I understand each and every program. Remember Top Choir? You supported us?
Yes, I remember Top Choir.
We came up with
and I saw something like that was done. Somebody was saying the first. It wasn't the first.
Yes.
The Machakos, the Top Choir was the first.
It was the first.
Yeah, people were saying, I saw something going on. It's not a matter of hating or anything. No. But you have to give credit where it's due. Because Kenyans have that, we have a tendency of stealing people's ideas and hijacking them and trying to, make them ours.
Which is very unfortunate.
It's unfortunate because there's a lot of space.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can become creative in your own thing than going to hijack somebody's idea. Because I remember the Top Choir, I was there and I told you, man, this thing, I loved it. I think I still have those recordings.
Yes.
I still have them.
And you really supported us on that. You remember you brought us your equipment.
Yes.
We had a lot of stuff from your end.
Yes.
Then we did Tour de Machakos, the cycling competition. It was so huge. We had concerts at the end of the racing day. Yeah. And it was a popular cycling event across the country.
I remember you took me up to Mount Iveti.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were scouting for the terrain.
Terrain, yes. Yeah. So then we did the Machakos Fest, the biggest film festival. Yeah. That for the first time was giving cash money to the artists, the filmmakers.
I think I was there too.
Nowadays, it's the practice. Everyone is offering cash money to filmmakers.
Oh yeah, which is good.
Which is very good. So at least Machawood, we did well. Remember, we also did Talanta Fest.
Yeah, Talanta Fest, yeah, I remember.
We did Art Fest.
Yes.
So, and then the other one that we ended up doing was Uhai Festival.
Yeah, that one was a good one.
Yes.
Because you did it for the handicapped.
I did it for the handicapped.
They're called disabled.
The first.
What I saw there, those guys are not handicapped.
You're so talented.
Yeah.
We are more handicapped than they are.
Yeah, I was there.
Yes.
I was there.
Yes.
What I saw from that event,
yes,
it changed my mind.
Yes.
It changed my way of thinking.
Yes.
Because during that time,
yes,
I came across two blind young
I remember
ladies.
the young ladies that came.
Yeah, I remember there was
with you.
Audrey. She
Audrey,
passed.
yes.
She passed 2 years ago.
I remember it was very sad.
Yeah, Audrey passed. We even have her recordings here at
yes,
Culture Hub.
Yes.
And there was the other one, but she disappeared. She only did one song. But Audrey was one of a kind.
Oh, she was very special.
She was actually stationed at KU.
At KU,
she was a student at KU.
Yes.
But she was able to make it to my studio in Athi River.
Yes.
As blind as she was, she did more than the people with the people that can see.
The people who say they don't have fare to come to the studio.
I learned a lot because I still have her footage.
Yes.
I need to get permission
yes,
from the parents.
Are you in touch with the parents?
Yes, I have the phone number of the mom.
Okay.
So I really wanted because I really wanted to go see even her grave
yes,
in Kakamega.
Yes,
she was buried in Kakamega, and I wanted to go there and check out, pay our last respects.
Yeah.
But Corona came, and then it delayed stuff.
Okay.
So we are hoping this year, before this year ends, we're gonna go visit. But what I saw from Uhai,
yes,
man, Victor, you did something that I've never seen anybody doing here.
No, by the way, Uhai is still going on.
Yeah.
Like we were discussing earlier.
Yeah.
Post Machakos.
Yeah.
I decided I'll not let all those ideas just run dry.
Yes.
So what I did, because I conceptualized them, and I didn't think anybody else would run them. Maybe right now they might call us as consultants.
Yeah, we even saw them boxing.
Yes.
They were boxing and they were really good.
Boxing.
Yeah.
They were really going at each
even
other.
the DJ and man, I still have the footage here.
Now it's still going on.
Yeah.
It's a program we did not want to leave.
Yeah.
And we partnered with the universities.
Okay.
It was a program we conceptualized between Machawood and Science Media Limited.
Yeah.
So Science Media continued with it, and we got into MOUs with the universities.
Yeah.
So we've been going around the country. Even there was one in Nakuru last week.
Yeah.
We are going to Coast.
Oh wow.
In December.
Yeah.
There is one in the mountain.
The Mount Kenya.
In October, yes.
Mount Kenya.
In Meru.
Yeah, in Meru.
Yeah.
When is that?
It's in sometime in October and in November actually. I will share the details.
Can we tag along? We can tag along.
You can tag along. You're free.
Yeah.
But Science TV are continuing with the Uhai Festival.
Yeah.
And I, as myself, Victor Muniafu, through my company, Mzuri Business Solutions, I'm pursuing Uhai Chronicles. So now we are telling the stories.
Yes.
We attend the Uhai Festival, we are able to look at what they are doing, their talents.
Yeah.
We bring them on the TV now.
Very important.
We follow their stories in a very positive way.
Yes.
We do their interviews, we find out what they are up to, and how they manage to overcome all these challenges that they face, the stigmatization. And when all else is done, they are living their life, they are making their money. They are doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the stories we are doing. So we separated. One is the event, part of it. Yeah. This other one is a production aspect, where we are telling the stories, the chronicles of the people living with disabilities. The aim is to streamline, mainstream disability, and to just create awareness about disability. That disability is not inability.
It's not.
So apart from that, we are working on the other trainings through as ArtFest. ArtFest, we were training young people to just improve their talents, just capacity building. So we are doing workshops across the country to just be able to. So the programs are not yet dead.
Yeah, they're not dead.
If these guys want to continue with them.
You're doing it nationally.
Yes.
Because I saw those guys came from every direction
yes.
around time. Okay, when we come back, I told you, Mr. Victor Muniafu is an encyclopedia. This guy has been around for a very long time, and I think his expertise will help some of these young cats who are upcoming in film and all these things. He's been doing a lot of great work out there. So when we come back, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about more with Victor Muniafu. This is Africa. You say what? Yebo.
Yebo.
Yebo, yebo, yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? Yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? You say yebo. Yeah, man. Welcome to the African Connection Show. Yeah, this is a show that's going to be airing on our YouTube channel, Culture Hub Live Sessions. If you have a story, or if you have music, if you have anything constructive, anything that you think you can share with the audience, do not shy away from sending us a message at culturehublive.com, Culture Hub Live Sessions on Facebook, Culture Hub Recordings. All those social medias are our social medias. So make sure you send us a message and we're going to respond. And if you missed the past episode, you can catch it up at Culture Hub Live Sessions on YouTube, and you can see what you missed. Otherwise, I'm your host, Mr. Juice, Jabali, Africa. When I say this is Africa, you say what? Yebo. When I say this is Africa, you say what? Yebo. We out.
Yebo, 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 yebo. Welcome back. We are with Mr. Victor Muniafu, the giant. You know, Victor Muniafu, the smooth talker and the action man. You know, the good thing is, like, I witnessed this stuff. What you've been talking about, what you did there.
Yes.
I remember we were going every time you were passing by my house, picking me up with a Land Rover truck all the way.
Remember, we almost had an accident down the road.
Yeah, we almost had an accident,
When
man.
the bonnet opened.
Yeah, the bonnet opened.
When you're going to do the choir, the first choir.
Man, Victor, man, that time?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Hey, I remember. Early in the morning.
That's the pressure we were facing.
Yeah.
But we
just
made
before
sure
Machakos, yeah.
We made sure it happened.
Yeah, it was around Lukenya.
Yes, around Lukenya.
The bonnet, all of a sudden, you know, pop, it popped.
And we couldn't see in front.
I'm telling you, we were traveling at 80 miles an hour. You know, Victor is a veteran.
Yes,
you know,
I didn't panic.
It was not yet our time.
I didn't panic.
So the Almighty said, stop the damn car. You know?
And you were carrying the judges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, recently, you guys had a Kenya film thing.
Yes.
I remember we even performed.
Absolutely.
You had a summit. When I heard about that thing, I knew we were getting somewhere.
Yes.
Because Kenya film sector has really gone through a lot.
Yeah.
The same way as just like our music department. Yeah. Our music industry has not, I don't call it an industry yet because it's still in the teething, you know, because we need to get those things in place where artists can make their money, where it's the same thing, where you can be paid for your scripts, just like Nollywood, just like, you know, I see there's a little bit, I saw some Kenya films on Netflix. And, you know, so what were you guys up to? Apart from drinking tea and having good meals.
That State of the Film Industry Summit is an idea that was coined by our current chairman, Dr. Ezekiel Onyango.
Oh, Ezekiel Onyango.
Yes, and you know, after Machawood, I just went back to KFTPA, and I wanted to help the industry more, or to help people through the industry.
Yeah.
And when Ezekiel decided to run for chairmanship, I was also running. I stepped down for him after he explained to me his vision and where he wants to take this industry.
That's one thing I know about you, man.
Yes, I listen to people I consult with.
You say it the way it is.
Yes.
You're honest about your stuff, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we did the election and he was voted in his acceptance speech, he explained that he wanted to do this State of the Film Industry Summit. Previously, after elections, we would go visit each and every state organization, corporation, to introduce the new members of the committee.
Yeah.
So he said his style is different. He wants to call a conference, State of the Film Industry Summit, which he invites now government to meet the new officials and listen to what the issues are on the ground.
Very good.
And it's something that he had when we did our elections. Was it in March? Then July, he repeated it, and he asked us to give him authority to proceed and arrange for a film summit in September, pending the confirmation of the dates. So he came up with the dates. They were confirmed a bit late, but we were there to support them. And because of my events background, I was able to help my chairman to just put the whole event together. I remember I even had some shoot in Webuye. But he told me, you're not traveling to Webuye, you'll stay.
I'm telling you.
You help me put this thing together.
You see?
So we sent out invites and made sure that the event was good. I think one thing we'll go to now, like you asked now, is that film has been having teething problems for the longest time.
Very long.
There gets to a point you have to move away from teething problems into real action. And according to the chairman, he wanted to move it to a different level, where now once we come up with all that, then we bring together all the filmmakers, create an industry. Because even South Africa did not just grow because of incentives.
No.
Nigeria didn't grow just because of incentives. The incentives normally come, they follow structures. So we have to be structured.
We have to.
You have to come together,
the
different people, and make sure that you speak with one voice and be able to push certain agendas. Because right now, even if we were to say zero rate all taxes on film, even at the end of each shoot, the director and the crew will have a crate each of beer.
Oh, yeah.
It will still not bring movies to this country.
No.
Because one biggest challenge is that we don't have the capacity. If we have two major films, we don't have enough crew to service them. That's a big challenge.
It's a big challenge.
So if you look at the number of gaffers we have, if you look at the number of key grips we have in this country, you look at those who can handle art department, those who can handle props. All those departments,
they are there.
They are there, but there's a shortage.
Yes.
So you find those guys, when they want to come here, they look for somebody with international film experience.
Oh, wow. And they're bringing people from outside now.
So it's easier for them to bring people from outside. And bringing people from outside is very costly. Because you have to pay them per diem, you have to pay their air ticket, you have to pay for their accommodation, you have to transport them to set and all that. So, and you're not just taking it for kids' play. This is a serious thing. So people like in Nigeria and South Africa, they may have partnered with Hollywood in co-productions because they've got the capacity. South Africa, for them to attract films, they just shut down the office out there and offered a 2-year tax holiday for everybody who wanted to invest in South Africa. So that's how the Aris, the Canons, all those major companies.
Black Magic, whatever.
Yes, they went to South Africa. They set up plants. Then they trained people. When they manufacture, they train people how to use the equipment. By the time they reopened their offices out there in Hollywood, they said, look, we've got the capacity, we've got the equipment. That is what has never happened in Kenya.
Man, and what needs to be done?
So we need to, first of all, improve on the capacity. Then let's open the doors for manufacturers to come and set up the plants here in Kenya.
Not overtax them,
Not overtax them. Then, South Africa, but there is not even any cheaper than Kenya. They only guarantee you that if you use a certain percentage of their crew, then you qualify for rebates. So at the end of your shoot, you have to submit all the documentation to prove that you met the threshold. Then you collect your refund on your way out.
That means you have to work. You gotta work now.
you got to work. So here we want to now make it into an industry. As KFTPA, we are the only professional association for film industry players. People might belong to other associations, producers guilds, writers guilds, and all that. But at the end of the day, they're all professionals in the industry. Yeah. So KFTPA has got everyone on board. We've got gaffers, we've got K-grips, we've got DOPs, we've got cinematographers, we've got videographers. All those people are within. Casting directors, location managers, they're all in KFTPA. Yeah. So we said, why don't we just bring everybody together and be the voice of the industry for once? Like LSK, every lawyer, whether he's a conveyancing lawyer, he's a criminal lawyer, they belong to KFTPA, to LSK. Yeah. So why can't KFTPA be the LSK of film? Yeah. And that's where we are. The summit attracted a lot of people. We now have a membership of about 890. Soon we are going to get to 1,000. And issues that were discussed there were very heavy. Yeah. And there are issues that will be addressed definitely within our structures of KFTPA, so that we can present one voice to the CS. Like you heard him say, we present one voice to the CS with recommendations on how we want the industry to move. Yeah. Those recommendations will inform the CS on how to formulate that policy, which will go to cabinet and then eventually to parliament. Then they will end up affecting the industry in a different way, in a positive way. Amechoka kusikia malalamiko. Amechoka. Ulisikia hata alisema next time is being called hataki kusikia tena malalamiko. Amechoka. So pia sisi tumeacha kulia. We want to now work and make sure that by December we've got the structures in place. Yes. Whether it's an arbitration committee to handle issues between producers and the cast and the crew, we are ready. Yeah. We will structure it and put it in place.
Hey man, hiyo ni poa sana. Sinakwambia. Victor has a lot of information. And the Kenya music industry of film, not Kenya music, Kenya film industry needs Victor Muniafu. Because Victor has a lot of, and he knows his people. The people that are knowledgeable about the industry itself. But hey man, you'll depend. Me, I love the whole vibe because I was looking. I like, because when I saw you and I saw other bunch of people like Akina Mudamba, a lot of filmmakers, Gitura, and I was like, man, these are my people. So I knew this thing needed you guys. Yes. They should not think like, oh, these guys, they've been in the industry for a long time, because experience really matters.
No, we are glad we have got a chairman that consults widely. Yeah. And he listens to people. Yeah. And I think you saw even from the applause he was receiving on that day. Yeah. He's become the voice of the industry. Yeah. Because he's been all over. He performed at the theater. He's been a musician. He's been an actor. Yeah,
music and acting, it goes together.
Yeah, he's been through it all. So, but music, I know, is a special field. They've got their own management, CMOs. I wouldn't want to touch on music. Because they'll come to me guns blazing. So let me just talk about film and film-related music.
Music score. Yes. If you want any, or if there's anybody, a filmmaker watching, Culture Hub, we are open. Here we compose music.
No, and you do great music.
Yeah, you bring us the script, and we're going to sing our hearts out.
You do great music. I love the passion of the Jabali Africa team.
Thank you very much. Yes. So it's not the first one we've done. We've done so many scores. And but really, my passion, I said, this show is about the African connection. Yes. It's about African excellence. Yes. So I always say, it's for us by us. Yes. It's not like if you're a foreigner, you're not welcome. Yes. But if you come with a positive message, you're welcome. Okay. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So I always say, I always want to see our people thriving. Yes. I've seen too many Hollywood movies. I've seen too many Nollywood movies. I admire them. Yes. Because you see, like, we're going to talk about that when you come back. And anyways, we're going on a short break, and we'll be right back with Mr. Victor Muniafu. Imboko. Hey. When I say this is Africa, you say what? Yebo.
Yebo.
When I say this is Africa, you
Yebo.
say what?
Yebo.
Who we are. That's who we are. Who we are. Who we are. Yeah. For the eyes of God.
No more self-hate, no more bleaching, inferiority in our society. Melanin in our skin gives us identity as royalties. Kings and queens, happy people is who we are.
We are the kings and queens, who we are.
Who we are.
Hey, that's who we are.
Who we are.
Who we are. Beautiful before the eyes of God.
Sing it, children.
Kings and queens, who we are.
Who we are.
Hey, that's who we are.
Who we are.
Who we are. Beautiful before the eyes of God.
Watu wetu tujipende, ngozi nyeusi tuipende, tusiharibu na kemikali. Mwenyezi Mungu katuumba kwa mfano wake, tujipende, tusiharibu ngozi yetu.
Kings and queens, who we are.
Who we are,
That's who we are.
who we are.
Beautiful before the eyes of God.
Tujipende,
Queens, who we are.
who we are,
That's who we are.
who we are.
We are beautiful before the eyes of God.
We are the sacred kings and queens of melanin. There ain't nothing wrong with color. That's the beauty in my skin. We glow in every scenery. That cocoa butter creamery. I'm black, I say that eagerly. So wear your crown with the creamery.
Queens, who we are.
Who we are,
That's who we are.
who we are.
We are beautiful before the eyes of God.
Tujipende,
Queens, who we are. That's who we are.
who we are.
We are beautiful before the eyes of God.
Sing it, children.
Kings and queens,
Yeah.
who we are.
Who we are,
That's who we are.
who we are.
We are beautiful before the eyes of God. We are the kings and queens, who we are.
Who we are,
That's who we are.
who we are.
Beautiful before the eyes of God.
Tujipende,
Kings and queens, who we are.
who we are,
That's who we are.
who we are.
We are beautiful before the eyes of God.
Tujipende,
Kings and queens, who we are.
who we are,
Who we are.
who we are. Yeah.
Who we are. Beautiful before the eyes of God.
The eyes of God.
Yebo, 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 yebo. We are back. And you're watching the African Connection, you know. And I'm your host, Mr. Juice, Jabali, Africa. So we're here with Victor. We're vibing, you know. This show is about vibing and getting the knowledge, you know. There's no need of wasting all this knowledge. Namna
Yebo.
Yebo. So, Mr. Victor Muniafu.
Yes.
I'm coming back because I said this show is about African excellence. And I would like to see my people excelling in film, in all sectors, inventions, everything. We are not going to just live our lives grooming next lawyers, next engineers. We need to have inventors. We need to have farmers. We need to have, you know, people that can do stuff.
Yes.
We can't just be relying on, you see, you said the film industry sometimes outsources from outside.
Yeah.
We need to have all these things here, structured here. Tunajua hapa tukienda nikizama hapo. I know, like the other day I met a makeup artist. The guy that does even, I was impressed. The other day, I forgot his name, but I saved his phone. And yeah, so in terms of now growth, kuenda. What I know Bollywood is #1 in producing films. Nollywood, which is ours. It's Nigerian, but it's ours.
It's ours,
Yeah, it's ours.
Yeah.
This is estimated, what they do what they make per year. They make 2,000 films. And it has an estimated gross of about $1.2 billion. I just looked it up. $1.2 billion. Sasa ukiweka kwa mashilingi kwa mashilingi ya Kenya ni ngapi? That's a lot of money per year, and that's a lot of employment per year. That's employment for many people. A lot of people. All these jobless artists that you see here, or jobless young people that are around wasting their energy. Because I believe they're wasting their energy if they're not doing anything.
Absolutely.
It does not mean they're not smart.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young people, even right now, there's a young man behind the scenes right now, here. This young man is into technology. I think he got something from, I'm going to host him on one of these days. And he's a genius. This guy is a genius. He's not even 30. He's almost 30.
Okay.
There's another one I just saw that makes cartoons. I'll need to link him up with you guys.
Yeah,
he's awesome. You know, what needs to be done so that wasanii wetu tuanze kukula, because that $1.2 billion, I know a percentage will come to me for the music score.
Absolutely.
Tuweke hiyo pesa ndani yetu. We keep that money within us.
That's why I'm hoping that you submitted your views and memorandum yesterday for the blank tape levy, which is almost being introduced by government as part of the better program, bottom-up economic transformation agenda by the Kenya Kwanza government. That is meant to promote film. So we had the musicians, they wanted us to give the CMOs the authority to collect for us.
Yeah.
But we put up a good fight, and we want it to benefit the filmmakers, capacity building and all that, because it will come directly to us.
Yeah.
You know, the blank tape levy is meant to, for those people who go to Mexico, they bring soaps.
Yeah.
They just go with a flash disk and come up with soap.
So,
They must pay money.
Yes.
Which will go towards
Yeah,
film.
because those soaps actually, they're all over.
No, they're just lazy. They don't want to spend money.
Yeah, and also it's not our stories.
It's not our story.
Yeah, we need to tell our stories, you know.
And our biggest challenge, even with this commissioned works, is the issue of localization of scripts.
Yes.
So you find they're localized, South African, Nigerian, wherever, and then once it's localized, they want you to now again go lower and just speak the basic Sheng.
Yeah.
So generally, if we are to grow our industry, we must first of all make movies for the market.
Yeah.
So we must first of all research what market are we targeting.
Yeah.
And once we make the decision which market we want to target, then we produce the content.
Yeah.
And you don't produce content for the filmmakers, because they will always critique you. You produce content for the market.
Yes.
Like when we did Cobra Squad.
Yeah. Cobra Squad.
The industry players really critiqued it. Up to now, most of them don't like it. But the market loved it.
Because I remember when that time I was in the US.
Yes.
I had come back from the US.
Yes.
And I saw the first Cobra Squad.
Yes.
And I knew the characters that were in there.
Yes.
And I said, even Mudamba was in there. I said, this is what we did here.
Imagine.
It's our story, you know.
Do it the bad way, the way the Nigerians started the bad way. You know,
even
Tanzanians, the Bongo would.
People criticize Nigerians. They say that they were into voodoo and all that stuff.
Yes.
But don't forget, it's also a culture.
You must have to start from somewhere.
Yeah. And right now.
But if you start focusing on quality,
yeah.
you will spend too much time trying to produce the best, which is still being critiqued. Then it will kill your spirit.
Yeah, you want a top-notch quality, but you don't have the storyline.
Yes.
Because you have to have the storyline before that.
Before that.
Yeah.
So that's what people have to start thinking about. You have to learn to monetize your art.
Cobra Squad was something, man.
Cobra Squad was something. The producer, Dr. Alfred Mutua, who is the current CS for Foreign Affairs, he was able to buy a house.
Can you imagine?
From Cobra Squad. All our crew and cast were paid.
I met him that time when he was producing the show, the talk show.
Primetime show.
Yeah, primetime show.
Yes.
Before he became the governor.
And you see,
he told me, man, bro, what are you doing in America? Come here, man. Let's develop this industry.
There is potential.
And that's why we packed our belongings.
Yeah.
And I brought equipment here. Culture Hub. We have to ship everything.
You see, he's a very experienced filmmaker.
Yeah, yeah.
And we also conceptualized and executed the Cobra Squad.
Yeah.
Apart from Cobra Squad, we did Beba Beba
Yes.
and the
Beba
Primetime Show.
Yeah.
Beba Beba became very popular.
Yeah.
I produced all those shows.
Look at that.
And he created the scripts and everything, but unfortunately he got a bit busy to continue. But that is exactly the way people need to go. You need to monetize. I'm so glad that there are a lot of young people today.
Yeah.
The face of the film industry is changing. We've got so many young people who are producing content.
Yeah.
With the new online platforms, new media, they are able to post their stuff and they are earning millions.
They're earning.
Just from film.
I know.
So traditional filmmaking is no longer there. And even as we push for the policies, we need to really consider the new media platforms. I'm glad that even our CS has been able to go out there to and signed a few MOUs with South Africans, with Nigerians, with Hollywood.
Yeah.
And as where we are headed to now, traditional filmmaking is changing, and even the players in the industry are changing.
Yeah.
So we've got young, vibrant people who are on TikTok. They are on Showmax.
Yeah.
They're on Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, and new media has presented different challenges because also now censorship and because they are able to throw anything on air and make money. You've seen the content that is now earning people money.
I've seen it.
It's not really worth even talking about, but the young people are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're enjoying it and they're making money.
And there are many.
Yeah.
And it's not bad content as such.
Yeah.
I think by now Pornhub has got the highest number of viewers.
It has always been.
So we cannot say it's bad content. It is just the unconventional content.
Yeah, it's underground.
People hide when they're opening.
It's like selling drugs. Yeah, it's underground business.
People hide when they're opening. Yeah, but I think we are, as an industry, we are headed the right direction.
Yeah.
Especially after the film summit, which happened last week. And all we just need to do is to set up proper structures and policies to ensure that the industry grows in leaps and bounds for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And we're on the right track.
Wow, yeah.
We've got a CS that is very committed.
Oh, yeah.
And it's up to us as industry to now wake up
and
and just take the cue.
Yeah.
Yes.
And walk the talk.